Hello, everyone. Welcome to Self Love You. I'm Jenna Ryan, your self love life coach. And today I want to talk to you about the topic of comparing yourself to others. Comparing yourself to others, why you do it and why it's not a good idea, and how to untangle from the comparison trap of comparing yourself to others. You guys, I welcome you to come to sign up for one-on-one coaching with me if you want. Go to selfloveyou.net. I'm available on Mondays, and I'm having great conversations with wonderful people just like you. And we're processing and working through some of these things that need to be processed. So come and join me on Mondays. Meanwhile, we're going to get back to the topic at hand. This has been on my mind to share with you guys about comparing yourself to others. And what I really wanted to get across most of all is that when you compare yourself to other people, you may take actions that cause you to become what they are, or because you think that you don't know who you are, you don't have a solid sense of self, so you just kind of say, okay, well, I'm supposed to be doing this. I'm supposed to have blonde hair. I'm supposed to have long nails. I'm supposed to be thin, even if you're not. And then you begin beating yourself up and having shame. Or I'm supposed to be able to be single. I'm supposed to be married. I'm supposed to be divorced. I'm not supposed to be in love with this person. I'm not supposed to be this. I'm not supposed to be that. Because look, this person is not like that. If you end up beating yourself up and criticizing yourself and morphing yourself to match what you're seeing in others, online, offline, in life in general, then you're going to be taken off of your own unique path. And you're not going to fulfill that which you were put on the planet to fulfill. And I say this from a place of feeling and knowing that every single person has a purpose, a plan in their lives, that God has a plan for you, that there is a special plan for you. That life is a school. This is like a schoolhouse we're in, and you have lessons to learn, and you have things to accomplish, and you have gifts to bring forth, and you have an existence to dwell in. You have a body, you have a voice, you have all of these things. You have your past, your present, and that is yours and yours alone. And no one else can duplicate you. You have a unique fingerprint, and no one can change that. Sorry, I've got an eyelash. I've got a hair in my eye. No one can change that. You have a unique footprint on the planet that is not like other people's. However, in today's society where we have so much social media, it causes everyone to think that they're less than, that they're not enough. It causes people to come out and to display themselves in such a way that they're almost saying, this is the way you have to be in order to be happy. And then you think, especially if you've grown up with some sort of deficit in self-love or codependency or lacking a sense of identity, then you may think, oh, that is the way I'm supposed to be. And if I did that, then I would be happy. It's not true. The true happiness comes from following your own heart, following your own path. And you can take these words and use them for your benefit. Any of this that doesn't make sense for you, you can, throw it out. But if this does make sense to you and it speaks to you, that means that it's coming to you at a time that your heart is ready for the message. So what I'm trying to convey is that if you compare yourself to others, if you look at other people and say, I'm not like her, I'm not like him, I don't have what he or she has, I'm not, a college graduate, or I don't have my MBA, or I'm not a doctorate, or I don't have this, I don't have that. And you begin comparing yourself and molding yourself to be someone to match what you're seeing with your eyes instead of following your own path, then you'll get off track. You'll get off the path that you were created to be on. And you begin to kind of shame yourself for where you are. if you are in a place of comparison. Now, comparison can happen as a result of childhood trauma. It can happen if you are in a situation where you do not feel that you are good enough, or it's not conveyed to you that you're good enough. So you have a sense of, I'm not good enough, and so I'm going to look externally to find out who I'm supposed to be, because I don't know who I am, or maybe I'm not being validated, or maybe I'm being invalidated as a child. We're going back to childhood. And if you're invalidated, you can live a life where all you do is compare yourself to others and always find that yourself comes up short. Well, what I'm saying is learning to realize that other people do not have your answers. Only you have your answers. So if you look and see that someone else looks perfect online or looks perfect, I tell you what, I'm about to get this little hair. I'll have to start the whole video over. If you go out and find somebody looks perfect to you, and you begin making changes to look like they do to get what they have, then you're missing the point entirely of life. You're missing your own life. You're dismissing your own life. And as Dr. Margaret would say, you're abandoning yourself. You're abandoning yourself and chasing after what externally looks like you're supposed to be. That's because you don't feel the way you like a whole person inside. A lot of the people that I talk to can't even exist, don't even like existing in your own mind, in your own body, and you're constantly seeking, looking at your ex, or trying to find a new love, or, trying to deal with this and deal with narcissism and all of that. And you're not focusing internally on yourself. And when you don't focus on yourself and you're focusing on all this stuff outside, you're getting led off of your true path of healing and purpose fulfillment and contentment. And so when you're comparing yourself to others, you cannot become yourself. There is a path that you are to go on, and your own intuition will lead you and guide you. And once you're tapped into your truth and your authentic self through the process of healing and grieving your losses and healing and growing and processing and integrating, once you do that, you will be able to find your path more easily. If you grew up in an environment where you're codependent and your whole identity is like a tornado has gone through it, then you're not going to know how to get anything. You're going to think that, oh, that person has that because they look like that. Or that person has that because they have a college degree. Or that person is happy or they look happy because they've had a BBL. Or that man looks happy because he's got that girl with the big tatas. And so you look externally because you've never been turned on inside, and you've never realized who you are, and that happiness does not come from those things. That happiness comes from within. And I don't care how blonde your hair is or how big your girlfriend's tatas are, or boyfriends, whatever, no matter what, that's not what brings happiness and joy and contentment. And that doesn't fulfill. Those items are extras, and they don't even mean anything at the end of the day. That's just how someone looks. The color of someone's skin, the color of their hair, whether it's curly, whether it's straight, whether you have long eyelashes or short, long nails, short nails, big, huge house, little house, big car, nice car, bad car, old car, broken car with brakes that break down, a car that breaks down, a car with squeaky brakes. None of that matters when it comes to being fulfilled and living out your purpose. If you were put into the world and you are extremely rich, you're wealthy, you're, in the Middle East, and you've been given this wonderful life, you have doctors as parents, and they want the best for you, and they're able to arrange all this wonderful stuff for you, but you are not happy inside, then you're not happy inside. And then let's say you're someone who lives in New York City, and you live with 10 family members in a tiny apartment, and you have been, you feel true to yourself and you feel validated, then you're happy. You can have just as much chance to be happy as someone with all of these things. So we're all born in our own circumstance, and it's not a competition. It is a school. Life is a school to learn to fulfill your purpose. And what is your purpose? That's for you to find out and for you to discover. And that's your purpose, is to find your purpose. And, it's love. It's loving everyone and loving yourself, loving God, loving life, learning to love, learning to remove those things within you that keeps love away. If you're comparing yourself to others and you're trying to get an ideal or trying to attain a fantasy or trying to get external validation through what you're able to achieve, or let's say the type of person you're able to attract in a relationship, or, in all of that, if you're trying to get your worth and your value from those external things, you're going to come up short and you're going to feel miserable. That's not where worth and value is found. You literally cannot compare yourself with other people and try to reach where they are and be truly happy. Does that mean you do not want to improve yourself? Absolutely not. A motto that I learned from Zig Ziglar when I was very young was find somebody that has what you want and do what they've done to get what they've got. That is more in a material sense. That's in a more shallow level. What I'm talking about here is the depths of your soul, of deep level thinking of who you are and your value as a person. Okay, where you're not trying to get value externally, where you have value within. You have an internal locus of control rather than an external locus of control. When you grow up in a codependent environment and you're not given the validation for who you are, there may be a tendency for you to look externally at others to see, oh, I'm supposed to act like that. Their family is like that, so we need to have dinner like they did, like they do, so that I can be happy like they look. So everything is from a judgment perspective of you being less and them being more, and what you need to become and what you need to get. And I need to get this woman to love me in order to feel worthy, or I need to get this man to marry me in order to feel valuable, or I need to be a size 0, or I need to be, whatever it is you feel that you need to do to fit in, okay, or to get that love that you're not giving to yourself. Those are dangerous things. It's not bad to achieve. It's not bad to work out. It's not bad to do great things with your life, but to make that the whole of who you are and to feel extremely disappointed and worthless and shamed for not living up to that ideal is to compare yourself with others and to get off track. So let's say you love yourself, and let's say you're not trying to do what Susie does. You're doing what Jenna does, or you personally, you're doing what you do. You're following your path, and your path may not look like anyone else's path. It may look crazy. It may look, and people may go, "Woo, where's she going? What is this? It's just going all off on that tangent." And she's not supposed to do that, okay? And you're living your life to your fullest and going down your pathway and following your heart and following the lead of your own inner guidance system, your higher self within, and you're living your life, and you're not looking. When you look at Susie, you can say, wow, Susie, that is cool. And you can applaud Susie for being her true self. You can applaud Susie for getting the most out of life that she can get, but you don't have to envy and you don't have to emulate, and you can literally just go, wow, that is cool. And then you go back to doing your own thing, even if it looks nothing like what Susie's doing. Because at the end of the day, you're going to be happier following your own truth, loving for love's sake rather than externals like things that don't matter, and being able to love yourself for yourself's sake rather than things that don't matter. So I know that's kind of very combobulated there. That's very complex. but I think I got everything across that I wanted to share. I'm sure I could do a better job, but I didn't really write anything down. I've just been pondering this over and over for a year or so now, and I just got it out. Woohoo! Thank you guys so much for all the sweet love you're giving me in the comments. That means the world to me that you support me throughout my journey here on this planet. I appreciate it as I share with you the things that I'm learning and try to help in any way I can. For those of you who are in pain, who are in emotional turmoil and really trying to figure out who you are and learn to love and heal and be amazing, I am here for you, and I love you guys more than words. This means a lot to me, this whole time we have together. If you'll notice my bookshelves, I'm moving. I'll be moving. So next time you see me, maybe not next time, but the next time after that, I will be in my new place. I'm super excited. And so, yeah, everything's going great. Life is beautiful. You are beautiful. You don't have to compare yourself, because you are all that in a bag of chips, and just be the full you that you were created to be. And don't worry if it looks like what other people expect, or if other people don't approve of you, like family members or friends, or like, what are you doing? Who do you think you are? That doesn't match what we think you should be doing or how you're supposed to be. You're able to just say, you know what? You don't even have to say anything. You just keep doing you, and you do you to the best that you can. And anytime you feel yourself getting off track, look around and see if you're comparing yourself to other people, and loosen yourself, release yourself from the shame of not fitting in with what you're not meant to fit in with. You are fine just the way you are. All of your flaws, all of your good qualities, all of your characteristics, you fit on this planet. You're meant to be here. So you go out and be yourself and speak your truth. And don't let other people pull you away from being who you are, just because you don't look like them, act like them, or follow their path, because you've got your own path. Until next time, I will talk to you soon.